All right, here we are, guys. Episode 14, the finale of what is profitability. We've talked mindset, we've talked risk, we've talked psychology, journaling, scaling, every single piece of the puzzle. But today, I'm going to give you what I wish I had from the start, which is basically the full trader's blueprint from A to Z. And this isn't theory, this is the exact structure that separates the one who quit from the ones who make it. It's the exact structure that ended up taking me from break even to profitable. I did not realize it at the time, but that's basically what happened. So grab a pen because I'm about to lay out the exact roadmap to profitability once and for all. All right. So step one is to build the right state of mind. Mindset comes first always, right? I always say that, and I know because I used to roll out of bed, open the charts half asleep and expect to make money, right? Well, guess what happened, guys? I forced trades, I panicked, and I lost. And profitability starts when you stop treating trading like a gamble and start treating it like a profession. A profitable trader wakes up with clarity, guys. I'm not here to chase, I'm here to execute. And I do have a question for you. Do you come to the chart with focus or with hope? Okay, that one decision already kind of determines your day. Step two, kill the misconceptions, okay? Let's be blunt, guys. Like I always am. Trading is not passive income. It's not a quick way out. It's not watching a YouTube video and doubling your account next week. I personally believed those lies. I thought I could get rich quick. I thought the right strategy would change my life. Chasing shortcuts delays your progress for a few years, if I'm being completely honest. Now, to be fair, I wasn't trying to get rich quick. I wanted to live comfortably quick. I wanted to trade and be able to have a good life quickly. But once I killed those misconceptions, I finally saw progress and I was able to achieve the life that I wanted for all these years. And the truth is, you do not need 100 strategies, guys. You need one that you can execute with discipline, and everything else that you can hear or think, whatever, is noise. Everything else is noise. Okay? Step three, build consistency, guys. This was basically my turning point. Consistency. Early on, I would trade one way Monday, another way Friday, and how could I expect results, right? When I couldn't even repeat my own process. The edge is not in your setup, guys. It's in you showing up the same way every single day. If you cannot be consistent in your execution, you'll never be confident in your results, or consistent in your results, I should say. Pause right now, guys, and ask yourselves, are you running the same playbook every single day, or are you constantly switching? The answer might kind of explain your P&L, really. Step number four would be risk management and capital preservation. And let me tell you guys about one of the dumbest thing I ever did. Okay, so I had $1,000 account. I risked $200 on a single trade. Okay, because I was trying to flip that account. I just knew it was gonna run. I just knew that trade was gonna be a good one. It was a really good setup. Okay, it didn't. Okay, that trade wiped me out in one little candle. I wasn't wrong about the market. I was wrong about the risk. Risk management is not part of the game, guys. It is the game. Okay, you want to be profitable, start by not blowing up. You gotta stay in the game to play the game. Okay, protect your capital first, survive long enough, and profitability will become inevitable. All right. Step number five, know when not to trade. This one stings the most, really, but some of my best trades are trades I never took. Okay. I used to think that I had to trade every single day, and every day I forced something that wasn't there. I dug myself a deeper hole. Now, when I go live in the morning, sometimes I'll even say, today I expect not to trade. And I'll say that most days, to be honest. Most days I expect not to trade, so that when I do take a trade, it kind of feels like I'm going out of my way to take a trade. I'm not going out of my way to not, like, I'm going out of my way to take a trade because I really believe in it. I'm not looking actively for trades, okay? Learning when to sit out, when to let the market kind of move without you, that's when you step into the top like 10% of traders, guys, because you have the patience. You need to write this shit down, guys. Discipline is the ability to do nothing when nothing should be done, right? Does that make sense to anybody? I used to avoid journaling. By the way, journaling and kind of feedback loops is also an important step. But I used to avoid journaling because I didn't want to face how bad I was. Does that make any sense? I didn't want to journal because I didn't want to see the shitty results that I was having. But when I finally kind of started logging every trade, something crazy happened. I saw patterns that I was blind to before. I saw my reasoning why I was losing. And most of my losses came Friday afternoons or Mondays or whatever. Mondays when I was forcing setups, when I was tired, or once I cut those sessions out, or I started to lower the risk and start being more kind of conscious of what I was doing, my equity curve leveled up instantly, guys. And it's crazy the difference that just those little changes can make. Your journal is your mirror, guys. If you don't review it, you'll repeat the same process or the same mistakes forever. Okay? Challenge for you right now. A little game. Journal your next 10 trades, okay? Very, very thoroughly, including your emotion. Review them at the end, and I promise you'll find out at least one mistake that you never noticed before. Ever. Ever thought you could ever make a mistake. There. Here's a little story for you guys, okay? Now we're gonna talk about psychology, okay? I once had a trade run 50 points in my favor. Around 50 points in my favor. Okay? Fear got to me. Um a little greed as well, and I closed it. Okay? The profits 10 minutes later or something, maybe a little more, it ended up hitting my original target. And that's kind of where it stings. Like some of the times greed got to me, I held too long and I gave it all back. Fear and greed will ruin you faster than bad analysis, okay? This is why profitable traders look boring. They're not emotional, they're executing. When you get in the trade, it's TP or SL unless the market feed gives you data that goes against your trade, which this is more for advanced trade. If you're just starting out and you enter a trade, TP or SL, that's it. If it doesn't hit your TP or it stops, review why the trade stopped or it did. If it doesn't hit your, if it hits your SL, review why you think it went to your SL. Was it a good trade? Did you take a bad trade? Were you good mentally? Trading psychology isn't about never feeling fear or greed. It's about never letting them push the buttons for you. Okay? Now I see this, and if we talk about scaling, I see this mistake every day with traders making $50 on a trade, and then the next week they're trying to size up 10 times their account. Scaling too fast doesn't just blow the account; it blows your confidence too. Okay, it screws up everything you've built so far. I didn't scale right until I proved to myself that I could repeat results on a small size first, because the money kind of makes you emotional if you're not ready to scale. You need to get consistent with being small and then size up. You need to get kind of used to losing that amount of money as well, because you are going to lose some trades and there's going to be more money than you're used to. You need to kind of make like a throwaway account where like you don't care if you lose all this money. Um, Scaling is one of the most difficult thing to do in trading, in my opinion, um, because it's very hard mentally, but it is doable. There was a time that I almost quit, right? I've been grinding for months and I've been journaling, I've been backtesting, I've been doing everything right, right? And still my results looked a little flat, okay? But what I didn't see was the skill kind of compounding beneath the surface, right? When it clicked hard, right? Profitability is not a straight line, guys. It plateaus, it dips, it creates frustration, and then kind of suddenly breakthrough, right? The ones who make it are the ones who endure the flat parts without giving up. Profitability is not a linear progress, okay? It's going like this. And as long as the equity curve goes up, as long as it's in an uptrend, you're chilling, guys. Honestly, that's all you need. Your strategy does not equal your system, does not equal profit. Okay, strategy is not enough, basically, what I'm trying to say. A strategy is just an idea. A system is that idea written into rules. Profit comes when you execute those rules with discipline over and over again. Most traders stop at strategy. That's why they never see results, okay? Stop chasing the strategies, guys. Build systems, follow them, and that's the bridge to profitability, because trading is not about today. It's not about your next payout. It's not about how much money you can make this week, this like whatever. It's about who you become over years. Think about it this way. Do you want a lucky month or a career, right? If you play the long game enough, you remove pressure, you stop forcing wins, you focus on building skill, and that's when the consistency shows up, right? So if you guys put all of this together, the blueprint to getting profitable. Start to finish, you start with a mindset first. That's the foundation. You kill the hype, you cut out the misconceptions. You show consistency and you show up the same way every day. You make sure your risk management is good, right? You protect your capital when you need to. You know when not to trade because you know that patience is power and patience pays. You journal and you review every single trade you take with emotions and you adapt through feedback. You master your psychology, you control your emotions, you control outcomes. You know you have emotions, you just don't let them affect you. You slowly scale your account into more and more size only after proving consistency. You accept the setbacks are normal, right? Only after, or not only after, but once you've realized that profitability isn't linear, you realize that your system is better, is over, like is more important than your strategy, right? Rules, not ideas, right? You play the long game, right? You build a career. You're not here to gamble your account in a month, and that's it, guys. That's basically the blueprint. No shortcut, no magic trick, just execution, discipline, and time. Okay. So if you've made it through all 14 of these episodes, man, you now have what most traders never will, which is a complete roadmap to getting successful in trading. The only question left is, will you actually follow it? Because what the hell did I just say? Profitability isn't out there waiting for you to kind of like find it randomly, okay? It's built brick by brick through these exact steps. So here's my final challenge to you guys. For the next 30 days, pick one of these blueprint steps, just one, and master it. Maybe it's risk management. Maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's consistency. Who cares? Give it 30 days, track it, own it, and then watch what changes. And that's how you go from struggling to profitable. That's the end of the series, guys, but it's the start of your trading journey. Trade smart, stay disciplined, and remember, your breakthrough might be closer than you think. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I have a new series coming out really soon. I'm JD Trades. I'll catch you guys later.